all these players are maybe like 3 games in, like that.
Okay. Yeah, main Luther Queen is Ubby from University of Illinois. I feel like they're probably the favorite to win this qualifier.
Nice.
A Masood and Immortal Niper, they are from University of Delaware.
Oh, cool. My sister-in-law went to University of Delaware.
Nice.
So bishop check would be good for legendary penguin, and then knight at f3 could potentially be good depending on where the king moves, just to win a queen. Ooh, a pawn. Oh, nice move. That's a chess move. So that
Yeah, the rook
you can
sack with
sack the
check.
queen, or
There's the
yeah,
pawn
just pawn
place.
mates. Even without the pawn, he had a great position. Okay, let's find another game to watch. Um,
How about
I'm watching the red game right now, which is in progress. But
I see
again,
it.
you can tell me which game to go to if you want to go to
Oh,
a
this
different
is
one.
good. So Braden and Carrot, they're also from University of Illinois. Red and E Camp, they're from University of Texas. Wait, sorry. I think it's a different Texas school. I think it's Texas A&M. Yeah.
Okay, Texas has a lot of schools.
Oh yeah. Well,
Red could force trades. Um, his partner really wants trades, so I like rook takes knight here.
rook takes knight with tempo on the queen. Instead, we see h6, which defends the
Yeah,
rook,
it also
but
gets his rook active, so it's not completely terrible. Although knight takes g7, probably going to come.
and
So
now that rook
I
can be
think,
used on the other board, maybe like rook f1 or rook
yeah, that's a great
d1
place for
here.
the rook. So really a rook is needed for defense. Okay, so now that just hangs a rook. So Carrots uh, is in a very good position to win here. Although he is down time. Braden really should be. Oh, he finally takes this pawn here.
So knight takes with check, the king has to move. And meanwhile, black's threatening mate on the other board. Yeah, this is looking real tough. It's probably a forced mate on both boards.
Yep.
So who's gonna get it first?
Maybe just pawn check on d6
I'm
on
thinking
the
probably
right board.
carrot. Okay, pawn check, queen takes. What's the follow-up?
I don't know if there is follow-up there. Well, if he gets a knight at g5 would win the queen. Maybe that's the idea, but I don't necessarily see a knight coming. But he gets a rook.
Oh,
That wins the
carrot's
queen
gonna. I
too.
think
Rook
carrot's
at
gonna
f4.
flag. I think carrot's gonna flag, man.
Yeah, he probably will.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, red really should not move here.
White blocks with the knight, a rook sack, king takes. Where's the knockout? Oh my god, 12 seconds,
I
10
don't think
seconds.
there is a
There's queen
knockout
g5.
in
Oh, it's
this
just a
amount of
knight
time.
move.
Yeah, we just
Wow.
take that knight.
Rook check should win the queen.
Queen takes f2 actually was a knockout. Queen takes f2 followed by queen to g5.
3 seconds for carrot.
Another queen. We see 3 queens on the board because the queen's promoted.
1 second. They're gonna flag.
Yeah.
It's so sad. Wait. Okay. 0.3 seconds
They're
left.
so close to mate. Oh, and knight takes queen.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, that was a
That was
close
a win
one.
for red. That was super close. All right, which game do you want to watch here?
Okay, let's see. Maybe we watch Immortal versus Penguin.
Okay.
Oh, the game was
Ooh,
abandoned.
okay. That's weird.
So let's watch Xanthermal versus Carrot now.
Okay.
So Xanthermal and Wowie, they're from Santa Fe College.
That's in New Mexico? Or where is
You
that?
know, I actually don't know off the top of my head. I should probably
Wow.
know.
The commissioner doesn't know every single college in the US.
You'd think I would know. Oh, it's in Florida. It's a Florida school.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Wowie is poised to lose a piece here. I think he got a little bit overextended. And not only that, but is the bishops on the board, original bishops are not developed. I recommend in general that instead of immediately dropping new pieces on the board, you really need to develop your existing pieces. Otherwise, you're just playing like a few pieces down, which gives a huge advantage to your opponent.
Yeah, use what you've got. Save what's able to be placed for later.
Okay, so
Um,
he's going to sack a knight, but that doesn't really solve his problems. Because after knight takes knight, there's a pile up on f7, and the bishop is still hanging. So Braden doing pretty good in this one.
yeah, and they're doing well on the clock as well.
I
So
like this queen move that it pins the knight.
there was
Um,
bishop takes f7.
yeah, but at least the king was safe. Could just move over.
Ooh,
Okay, now he sacked the bishop for the pawn. And
placing a
so Wowie's big problem is lack of development. So it also makes his king sad. Okay, knight actually mates. A knight mates for Braden, and he has a knight in hand. New knight at c6 is a smothered mate. It's pawn takes, knight takes. I doubt
wow,
he'll
that's
see this,
beautiful.
but it's a fun mate.
Yeah, they're blocking with the pawn here.
He still has it.
Dude, and they got two knights in their hand. Yeah, look at that. Meanwhile, Xanther
Xanther,
giving a check.
yeah. This is a good check by Xanther. If the king moves over, you can play maybe just bishop takes knight to try to, because if pawn takes, then g6 is free for the knight.
Yeah, that's exactly what's been played. I think
The
black
queens may trade.
black should
The
probably
queen
trade
isn't really a
queens.
problem for the partner. Oh, this pawn move by Wowie is pretty good, is that prevents the knight mate. I don't know if Wowie saw the knight mate or not. Okay, so here you can potentially take the rook afterwards. Now the bishop and the knight are lined up on the rook. That's going
Yeah,
to be a
taking
free
the rook
piece.
with check, which is nice. Braden's using a
Yeah,
lot of time here.
maybe just pawn at g6, or well, maybe pawn at h7 actually.
Yeah,
Pawn at
pawn check.
h7,
And try to
and then that
promote.
trades the knights, but it gets rid of defenders near the king.
And if the king goes in the corner, you can place a knight on h6 or g6 with checkmate.
Yep.
So, okay, trade of knights.
You don't even have to take that. Like pawn at g7 followed by pawn at g6 is pretty good as well. I think, sorry, pawn at f7 is pretty good, but knight takes knight is also good. So
Okay,
Braden
Braden's
is
gotten a
continuing to
fork.
win pieces, but if he takes the rook, there's actually mate on Braden. So Wowie
Wow.
has knight at h3
Yeah,
and
smothered
then
mate.
queen at smothered mate. You're gonna see it. This is a very common setup in Bughouse, this
I
smothered mate.
I don't think Wowie's gonna see it. I hope they prove me
I
wrong.
think the big problem is time,
Oh,
though. I
knight
mean,
h3. Did they have the
he
smother?
sees it, but Xanther needs to make moves. Xanther's down 30 seconds.
They're not gonna play it, dude. They don't see it. Oh, they
No,
see
he sees it. He
it.
sees it. If he plays this knight check, for sure he sees this other mate.
Wait,
But
oh,
what
his
they don't seem to
opponent
realize is his partner needs to
Xanther
live.
Xanther's gonna flag.
Xanther's got to roll out moves,
He's
and that is
moving
not a
now.
good move. That undermines the safety of his king.
Well, he's trying to get the rook active. Okay, so it's up to Carrot to flag Xanther. And I think they're gonna do it. For sure.
Ooh,
Carrot's
instead
got
of
so
rook
many.
trade, knight check would have been good. The rook would have been free.
True, that's a fork.
Although that's a free piece. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
and a
No, he's
little
going for mate.
windmill action. Just flagging.
Yeah, that doesn't work so well. I think he's
You don't
just
need a mate if you can flag.
yeah, he's just in flag mode.
2 seconds. Wow. Yeah, I mean, Braden missed the
We
mate
saw
early
some
on.
great things that game. We saw well, first of all, which game do you want me to go to next?
I only see Braden versus Wowie. Oh, there's more games. Hold on, sorry. Can we try Immortal versus Penguin again?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, so that last game, it was good that one of the players saw the smothered mate tactic. That was very impressive, and the other team realized how important time was.
Yes.
Oh wow, another smothered mate over here. Well, I don't know if that's quite smothered mate, but it's a night mate,
It
so
it
it's a fun
it
mate.
it seems pretty smother like.
Mother like. Okay,
Okay.
where are we going?
Maybe we watch the top board.
Okay.
Oh, that game finished.
I see Ecamp versus Xanther.
Okay. Here we go. So yeah, standings it's Ubby and his partner Christopher from Illinois by a lot. Second place we have Ecamp in red with 9 points. Third place we have Xanthermal and Wowie from Santa Fe. And then fourth place we have a tie actually between University of Delaware and University of Illinois. So this qualifier arena will determine who goes on to the Bughouse Championship, which is to be played a week from now. So the top 4 players from each qualifier arena will qualify. Right now we have 5 teams playing, so the 5th team is going to have to try to qualify in one of the later arenas. We have one later today at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m.
Is
Pacific.
registration still open for these, or is completely closed?
So registration deadline was technically last night, but because we had so few people register, I might allow more people to join.
Okay.
So yeah, if anyone is interested in joining, just reach out to me. Join the CCL Discord if you're in
Yeah,
our
so I've
chat.
set up a command for a Google Doc that you posted with information on that. I don't know if that's the best place to link them, or if
Yeah,
there's
that
a you
is.
can drop other links in the chat if there's something you prefer.
No, that should be good.
Ooh, Ecamp has mate in one. He can't pre-move it because it depends which way the king moves, but knight in an L shape away from the king is going to mate.
Yeah, Xanther's just
Meanwhile, red needs to live.
well, red is up on time, so should
Yeah, that's
be
true.
should be
Red
good.
doesn't need to move at all. So red can move, but he should be very careful moving. And on the other hand, Xanther, if he's smart, will just resign and move on. And like once he realizes his opponent is not going to move into mate in one, might as well try to get more games in.
It's a good point. There is about 30 minutes left in the arena, so we're about halfway. I'm wondering if we're gonna get a Carrot and Braden versus a Masood and Immortal match. Oh, actually, I think that's happening right now. Maybe we should check that out.
Okay, I can go to another game if you want.
So this is a big game because these two teams are fighting for that last qualifier spot.
Okay. Yeah, looking at that game now. Wow. So Braden really hesitant about trading queens because his partner in a bad way over there. Um, Here I like maybe not. Maybe just pushing D3 to launch the bishop attack in F2 could be interesting. Um, what else can he do?
Okay, pawn at
Okay,
H6.
he's disconnecting the queens. It's interesting. Oh, that hung a bishop, I guess. You could push the D pawn, and that launches the other bishop.
Does Black have tactics with like Queen takes F2 at some point?
Uh, he does.
Oh,
He
blocked.
could. He could have. Yeah, that queen move not so good. Queen takes F2 actually worked. Assuming his opponent had nothing to drop, queen takes F2, rook takes, new queen at E1,
Yeah.
would have mated.
Ooh, that queen trade was huge for a Masood. So
Yeah,
that's probably why Immortal blocked with the queen there. So that was really strategic to get
yeah.
the queen on E8 for mate. So
Let's see if these guys are playing another game. Um, let's see.
Well, I see Masood versus Ekamp.
Okay, Masood versus Ekamp. Go there. Okay, so Ekamp really needs to get this knight on the board somewhere, pressuring the queen, maybe on d5. Red should castle um, to defend his f pawn. Another possibility is to move the knight back. Ooh, that is not a good possibility right there. F7 falls. We have a fork.
Hey, Nick. Good to see you.
Ekamp should save his queen.
True. Queen back.
He could actually queen trade, but it's not good for his partner. So like pawn at e7 could
Yeah,
be
pawn e7's a
queen
strong
trade.
threat, so better to save the queen, but
But
this
this queen
walks
doesn't
into
have many
a
places to go.
there's a fork on c6, which also conveniently defends the knight on a5.
Yeah, a good
But
point.
okay, black trades first. Probably you want
Just
to take with
trade
the
in the
queen.
back.
Or you could put the pawn on e7. But no. Probably take queen takes c4 is probably best.
Yep.
Which is played.
And keep in mind, pawn at e7 still a threat. I think you should consider it right now.
Pawn e7. Black can take the knight with tempo, but white will take the rook with check. But you still win an exchange there. Red is very low on
or
time.
you can take, or you could take the queen first and then take back.
True.
Okay. Yeah, Amos continuing to chase the queen around and get tempo all along the way.
Yeah, and if the
And
knight
he's
goes
just
to
gonna win a bunch of
c2,
pieces.
this queen gets the escape square cut off.
Yeah.
Red's finally putting some moves on the board. Ekamp's trying to fight back for themselves. So trade here. Bishop there. There is queen takes b4, which is played.
Yeah.
But now
I think Amos should switch to focus on the king rather than the queen. No, he's still gonna focus on the queen.
The queen's almost trapped. Just
Yeah,
wait. Just
real
wait
close.
for it. Almost there. Knight takes.
I like this bishop move because it's gonna remove the defender now.
So
now knight at c4
knight
would
c4
trap
is
the
a
queen.
queen trap. That's a smothered queen mate.
If he gets pawns, he could also try like pawn at e2, pawn at or something like that. Okay, he's just trading.
This helps the queen out a lot. Queen in. I think
Yeah, I like the queen activity.
Masood might be sacking for the rook because rook
and he
e8.
does.
Rook
That's
e8's mate for the opponent.
Great communication with the partner.
Yeah,
there.
they saw that. So that's probably why they were trying to go for the queen so much, but realizing that the rook could be taken a lot easier.
Okay,
So-
should we go top board, bottom board? What do you want to do here?
Yeah, we can watch top board. So actually,
Okay,
this is
Angie is top board.
two teammates playing each other. Illinois versus Illinois here.
Okay, I like pawn at d6 here. And then if queen takes, then you have knight takes f2 and fork off the queen.
Yeah, and Hubby
he
finds
finds
that
it.
immediately. Nice tactical spot there. So I wonder if these players have
Honestly, you might not even take the queen. I would take the rook instead there. Okay, this is good too, though.
discovered double check.
Yeah, you could take a7 for free, but probably it's better just to develop some of these pieces, like get your knight out,
Bishop
try to get the other
check.
bishop out.
King
Oh,
back.
that's a free bishop.
Yep. Just resigns. So I wonder if they've played each other in real life over at their club in Illinois.
Great question.
I'm sure they
All right,
have.
which game are we watching here?
Well, let me check the standings real quick. Looks like Xanthermal and Wowie are building up a lead over
Oh my God,
Carrot.
Mangi has not lost.
Yeah,
Mangi
they
is
are
on
10 out of
game
10.
streak.
So gonna be exciting to see them play in the bracket once we get there. Surely they're going to lock a first place seed.
Yeah, but which game do we want to watch here?
Okay, so let's watch Wowie versus Immortal.
Okay, here we go. Wowie should sack his bishop. Bishop takes g7.
Well, they're sacking it a different way.
Yeah, that's not a good way.
They want to take the knight. the knight saves itself. Now the bishop's trapped, and the knight defends
Yeah.
g7.
Yeah, this is not so good. If he had material, bishop takes g7 would be decent, because then if knight takes, like knight plus rook would mate.
Nice smother
But
find.
that's unlikely to come. I mean, the knight could come, but not the rook.
Masood's looking good. King on
Yeah,
f8 isn't
Masood
great.
on the attack, and actually, like 2 pawns and a knight would mate for Masood. Masood has pawn at g7, king takes, and then knight at h5. I like this pawn move.
Put a pawn on f6.
Since that's all he had in hand, the pawn is great. He's gonna tempo stuff.
h6.
Okay, now pawn mates. Pawn mates. So he's up 1 minute.
There's the bishop.
So there it is.
All right.
All right, where are we going next?
Maybe Xanther Mall
Okay.
versus Mangi. Is anyone gonna stop
There we go.
Mangi? Probably not.
All right, c2 is hit. So you could play knight a3. Okay, this works too, but now c2 is a hole where a pawn could go. But he's just gonna keep rolling. This knight is already defended, so doesn't need to worry about that.
Pawn block though, that's gonna weaken the c7 square, and the bishop controls
It
c7.
does.
So
Yeah, a
we could
new
see-
knight at c2 or pawn at c2 be good for Xanther. Okay, Xanther's gonna tempo the queen. That's reasonable.
Queen goes all the way
Okay, now
home.
pawn at
Yeah,
c2 is even better.
pawn c7 would be great. But
Oh, pawn c2, not
c2, yes.
c7 as well. Yeah.
But looks like Huawei's not really attacking any of the pawns. Let me see some
Yeah,
bishops traded.
they could throw the bishop in, or
Yeah.
they're down time, so Xanther's gonna have to do something.
They do place the
And use
bishop,
the
but it's
bishop.
just it's not as good because we want
And,
the
yeah,
pawn to promote.
not as good for sure, but
So that's a free piece actually
it's just
there.
have to keep rolling. Now c7 is a real threat because the bishop is bearing down.
You could put the bishop
Um,
there. No, the queen goes.
I like
Queen's going for
I like this
c6.
queen move. If his partner were to sit, then this would be just like a win in chess position.
Oh, knight to f6 on Wowie's board. It's a very interesting idea.
Yeah, I don't think it leads anywhere. I mean, I assume. Oh, I would play pawn takes there, but
Bishop takes. Well, if the knight takes back, like the rook is hanging right now, so maybe like bishop g7.
new bishop at g7. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right. That could be a good move.
Knight takes, and
so
that's
here-
inviting the pawn in.
Yeah, there's
Mangi's winning
a
the rook.
knight check, and he plays your move. That's good.
What's up, Tripix?
Okay, that's a free pawn. Bishop takes pawn. Okay, he's developing the knight. That's reasonable too.
So queen trade first, then take the rook. Threading knight
So
b6
Mangi has
check.
one apiece there.
Ooh, Xander's getting the exchange back.
Yeah, but I think this king is in a bind.
Way too loose.
So-
Yeah, and there's so many pieces on the other board. Surely there's going to be some heavy pieces coming back.
Yeah, and they're up 1 minute, so they're gonna get what they want.
Oh, bishop check, but
I
knight
don't
takes.
like that. I don't like that bishop check. 'Cause
Yeah, that loses a
I
piece.
just hung a piece. Instead, I would have put a new bishop on c8 and just prepared to play a new bishop there later when it was better supported.
Now there's some knight checks. Here's one.
Okay, well his partner's continuing to feed him. So
Rook
it's probably gonna work
check.
out.
Yeah, legendary penguin should have a mate. Yeah, get some.
Oh
queen.
yeah, that queen is gonna mate for sure.
Queen's going to
Put the-
d7. You could pre-move it.
Yeah, put the queen where the king was, and it's a
Guaranteed.
safe pre-move.
Queen
That's mate
takes
of one.
f7.
Yep,
Nicely done
there
there.
we go. All right, where are we going next, Joe?
I want to maybe keep an eye on Braden's game
All right.
versus Immortal.
What we
So,
rated? Oh, he just won one.
oh,
Um,
hey, then maybe
so
Xanther Mall.
this, well, hold on. There's now I see Braden versus Immortal again. So maybe there was an artifact.
I'm like clicking on it.
All
It's
right.
not working.
Okay, it's working for me. I see Braden versus Immortal right now.
Okay. Okay, I see it.
So the Braden board is a little unclear, but Carrots has a great position versus a Musaad.
Oh, interestingly, Amusud and Immortal are tied for second with Ecamp and Red. So this is a big game for them. There's just under 20 minutes left in the arena, and Braden and Carrot are 2 points behind Xanthermal and Wowie, so they're going to try to catch up to them and qualify.
Braden is pawn hunting. Looks like he just grabbed the pawn. Okay, just pawn at d7 is fine for Carrots. Keep that king safe, and you want to keep threatening to... Or, oh, maybe it's not safe, actually, because then queen takes knight. I guess he has to play just knight takes bishop here. I mean, he doesn't have to, but knight takes bishop is decent.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Interestingly,
and
both
bishop, queen takes, and it could put a new knight at d4.
Ooh, bishop blocks on d7.
I don't like that.
So now queen takes knight.
Yeah, although that does still offer the queen. Bishop takes bishop, threatens queen trade, and queen trade is very good for Braden.
Exactly. A queen on e7 would be mate. So interestingly, with the knight on d4, both of White's queens were hanging. So how are we gonna force this queen trade? Can we do like knight h3?
Yeah, ooh, knight h3 looks. That's a good. Well, actually, the bishop can take that.
Bishop just takes that knight. Maybe still knight h3.
Yeah,
but not even taking the bishop back. Queen up.
Yeah,
they're both.
I think
they're low on time.
Many low-rated chess players, like when trades happen, they forget to take back. And you still see that in Bughouse. So that's how you get hung pieces instead of a trade.
Braden and Immortal are just playing chess over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who the better chess player is.
Bishop was just grabbed.
Okay, he took the bishop.
Pawn hits the queen.
Yeah, maybe just queen to c4 to try to force a queen trade for his partner. Would be good.
Queen c4 would force a queen trade. I don't see how White would get out of that.
Yep.
But
okay, Amusud trying to win a queen, successful. I would play here maybe just like bishop takes pawn, bishop takes g2.
Oh, watch out for your back rank, Braden. They're all so low on time. They're about half a minute each.
So I think
there's a check.
Take this knight. Okay.
Didn't take.
Oh, I don't like that knight move. Just bishop takes pawn before was good. Bishop takes pawn followed by knight at f4 would have at least won a queen, probably two queens.
I think the Illinois team is going to win on time.
Yeah.
I think Delaware is going to get flagged. What's happening? Oh, there's no mate threat yet. Trying to remove this knight. Oh, there's gonna be a mate. Oh, queen takes. Immortal with the queen sack.
He can just stall.
But a Musaad's gonna lose on time. Oh.
Oh, that was so close.
Huge win for the Illinois team. Braden. But they're still behind Xanthermal and Wowie, who've gotten points since then.
Okay, so I'm looking at Immortal now, and we're just starting off a new game. Oh, I guess Immortal is playing... Mangi is the winning team right now, is that right? The ones who hadn't lost?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 4.
I'm watching Braden versus Wowie.
Oh, okay, I can switch to that one. Let me see. Braden versus Wowie.
This is a big one. This is number 5 versus number 4, and Braden and Carrot, they're 1 point behind, but they have 2 in a row. So they could pass Xanthermal and Wowie in this final qualifier spot if they win this match. I like Xanthermal's position. Those bishops look really strong.
They do. I think he should have sacked his bishop last move, because this gives us defensive chance, like pawn at e6. And get that bishop out of his face. Carrots seems to be stalling. Carrots should just play pawn at e6 and move on there.
There it is. Good defensive
Mhm.
move.
Trade in some pieces. Could activate the rook, like rook e1. It's a possibility. Or maybe just, oh, wow, he's going in with the queen.
Queen check, pawn block.
Queen back to f3 could be good.
Queen f3, looking at f7. And meanwhile, Xanthermal is now taking a little bit of a break. Not sure how to follow up.
Yeah, I mean, he might consider sacking, like knight takes
Castles.
f7. Okay. This is
D5.
gonna be, this is pretty crushing. Just knight at g7 for, oh, that was a missed opportunity. Pawn or knight at g7 was really good for Braden.
Yeah, knight g7 forces the king to d7.
I
Even
still
still,
like
yeah.
knight at g7.
Knight g7, king d7, and then what's the
And
follow?
then just like rook takes knight, now that the queen doesn't help. Pawn takes, queen takes.
Oh, we just see the king move, or the queen move.
Yeah, that's not as good. Oh, I don't like h6 on Carrot's board, because that weakens the light squares.
Pawn to h7, but there is knight takes h7.
Yeah, there is.
Probably you should do that.
Yeah, he definitely should.
So Carrot's done it. Now Xanthermal, I guess, is going to trade knights. Or sack on f7, but no, they trade
Yeah, I
knights.
think sacking on f7 would have been
Ooh.
better objectively for
Wow, he
him,
just
but
won
maybe
the
not for his
queen.
teammate.
Wowie wins the queen for the rook and gives check. Knight block. Going after this knight, but this hangs the d5 knight, which Braden takes.
It does. Instead of trading the knight, he has knight g4.
Knight
and
g4 is
can
great.
Start going after the king.
Yeah, oh, just simply
okay,
takes back.
Maybe
Maybe rook e1, but okay, bishop takes d5 makes sense. Knight check.
I don't like this knight drop. I would have used the existing knight instead.
Now here's this knight. Is there a mate? They need more pieces.
Yeah, if he had one more knight, he would win. He could try maybe knight takes knight, but his opponent could start attacking, like pawn at f7.
Carrot's getting in.
What about knight takes h2 could be good, exploiting the pin.
Bishop's going for some discover checks. But now pawn at f7, like you said, king moves.
Yeah, he should have taken that with his knight, probably.
There's no knight checks. Oh, there's a queen now. The queen trade is huge. Who won? Wait. Oh, Carrot won with the pawn mate. Wow. Wait. So they're at 3 in a row now.
They're winning on both boards.
Wow, that leapfrogs them to second place.
So, are we watching the braiding game, or what's the plan here? Who are we following?
We probably should follow them.
Actually, I don't see a game from them right
maybe
now.
we watch Red versus Immortal.
Okay, is Red versus Immortal?
Let's see. This is number 3 versus number 4, but they're all tied for second, really. If they win here, they go back in second place. So actually, whoever wins this is guaranteed to go to second. So Carrot and Braden are going to try to keep their spot. If they keep winning, that's with their streak, they're going to
There must have been a tactic on the eCamp board, because there's mate in 1 on the eCamp board. Or, yeah, it's just queen takes h2 no matter what is checkmate.
Wow. Knight to f3 check, and that opens up the queen to h2.
Red needs to live for 1 second, though, and he does not live for 1 second.
So they're... Dang, so Immortal gets the checkmate, and that moves them up to second place. Oh, wait, Carrot and Braden lost their game so quickly. They must have been paired with their Illinois teammates. We have 10 minutes to go in the arena. It looks like Xanthermal and Wowie are probably not going to qualify. So maybe we can watch their games.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, they're playing the top seed. That's not a match that you want.
Oh, okay. Right now I'm looking at the Carrots game, but I can go to another game if you
Yeah,
want.
let's watch Carrot.
There's a discovered double check here, and once the king moves over, knight plus a rook would mate, though that's unlikely to come. Like rook at g8, rook takes, and then knight at f7 is a smothered mate. In the absence of that, knight takes h7 looks fun, because you're tempoing the queen. I don't like this as much. I mean, it saves the knight and attacks the queen, but it does not hurt the king as much as he could have. But pawn at h6 can be good. I like pawn at h6. Go for g7.
Dude, a heavy trade would be great. Like if Masood sacks a rook, which they're not going to, but basically a heavy on g8 is mate for Braden.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the bishop covers and there's a knight to be placed on f7. So
Okay, this is a good bishop move. It cuts off the bishop from threatening the smothered mate.
true. Masood maybe trying to win this d pawn. Carrot going for the heavy trade. Braden's placing a lot of pawns.
I like knight f4 there. Oh, and he doesn't
Bishop
play
comes
that.
out.
Umusud, I don't know how you pronounce that. Amasud needs to develop his knight, get his rook guard in the back rank.
That's a good point. Braden's really launching an attack here. Rook on the H file, pushing some pawns, but I think that the Immortal Niper's defending fairly well.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, Seattle U, we have 3 more qualifiers after this. This is the first of 4. So there's one later today at 1 p.m. Pacific, and then there's going to be 2 more tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. There's also the weekly arena that we have starting in about 8 minutes, so immediately after this.
That hangs a bishop. King takes bishop by carrot. Finds it. Back rank is a little weak because the light square bishop has not been developed on the carrot board. But he has a pretty good attack as well. Getting more pieces on the board here. Maybe new bishop at g4. Tempo the queen.
This league is 1300 ELO base. Slime Kev, this league has ratings of all sizes. So this is just a qualifier arena for our Bughouse summer season. But during our regular season, we have teams that are completely filled with grandmasters that are, you know, team average over 2500 blitz, over 2600 blitz even. And then we have lower divisions that their team average is actually below 800. So the CCL welcomes all players of all ratings.
So pawns are great for Braden. But Braden is down time.
They're all
So
below
Immortal-
a minute.
Immortal is able to clean up a little bit here.
Seattle U, I can try to add your club to the arena. But I don't know if I'm... What's your club page? All right, sounds good, Andrew. All right, wow, they're all at 30 seconds or less. It's going to be an all-out time scramble.
It is.
Masood gets another knight. Knight f8. Oh, they're queens. The queens are on the board. A pawn to g7. There goes e3 with check.
That's mate. Knight at f2 needs to mate. There's
Or
also
queen
another
sack.
mate.
Queen
Yeah, this
check
works
is
too.
beautiful. Oh, but the
Oh,
knight didn't go
what?
to f2.
What is that? It had to be a mouse slip.
No,
Mouse
there
slip
was no
decided the
way that was a
game.
mouse slip. They must have gone to H3 to threaten F2. Like, I don't know. But that gives Masood Queen H8 mate. Oh my goodness. And how does that affect the standings? That puts them in second place, or they were already in second place.
Okay, who are we looking at now?
So okay, Braden and Xanthem are the two lowest teams.
Okay. It looks like Xanthamal is playing, so I can look at that one.
Okay. So let's see. If they win this, they only get 2 points, right? So I don't think that's going to be
so.
enough for them to catch up. So, yeah, it looks like even with a win here, they would need maybe like a draw offer in the last one before the arena ends.
Oh, how many minutes are left in the arena?
We have 3 minutes and 45 seconds left.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be enough for another game probably. Oh, that's a mate. Bishop at D7, and he doesn't play it.
Mate in
The
one.
missed
That would
opportunity.
have given them enough time to get the next game going and maybe get something going there.
Now a rook mates for Xanther.
Yeah, they got this smothered mate
And
idea.
the rook is in take. Knight takes rook.
Wow. So hold on, Xanther and Wowie didn't take it though.
Yeah, well, we
Camp
really
isn't
should have taken
moving
that
either.
rook.
I think the
He's
Santa
still
Fe
up a lot of
team.
time. He's
Oh,
up a lot of time, and that's check. So he can
yeah,
take the
red.
rook next move if they coordinate.
Yep. Let's see. Are we gonna
And
see
he
it?
also has mate with a knight.
Did not take it.
Okay. Yeah, but he's starting to mate in one with knight
Wait,
e7. Knight e7
actually,
is mate.
the heavy doesn't
That's
mate,
mate.
Chuck. The bishop guards F2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad.
But the
He
knight,
mates.
there's a
He
smothered
mates
mate on the
there.
other board.
Yeah, I
So,
missed this bishop.
so that gets them to within 1 point of qualifying, but I don't think there's enough time. And also,
Okay,
like,
who are we watching? Wowie or who are we watching?
let's keep an eye on Wowie and Xanthermol. They're playing Masood and Immortal from Delaware. I don't think they're gonna have enough time to finish this, and I also think Braden and Carrot and all of them are gonna probably get points. In fact, if we look at Braden's game, oh no, they just started. Wait, and they're playing. There's gonna be a tie between the third and fourth place team.
Do you have like a tiebreak procedure?
I don't. Just whatever the club arena result
Oh, okay.
shows
Yeah,
me.
whatever the standing says, I see.
Yeah. But it has them all tied for third, so maybe we'll just have them play. Or we'll go by a rating or something. I don't know. But yeah, assuming Xanthermol and Wowie don't qualify in this arena, they will have to play in another one to try to get a top 4 spot. The prize for the arena is we have membership prizes on the line. So actually, I should update the command for the arena. Let's see. Anyways,
The
thank you so
pieces are
much,
good
Chuck,
for Wowie.
for covering this. Are you
Definitely.
going to be covering the next one later today?
Yeah, I should.
Okay. Then
Xanther has just bishop takes knight, revealing the queen to d4. A knight on e7 is very good for Wowie.
I don't think that game's going to finish.
Probably not. No.
So I think the standings are going to be final, unless we see a checkmate the next 20 seconds. But
Yeah, Wowie's threatening a mate, but this opponents can just stall. They have a lot of extra time. Knight takes pawn is mate in 2. Knight takes h6. And maybe Immortal won't realize he could just stall.
no, 1 second left. So
Nope.
all right,
All right,
final
so we have tournament
standings.
standings.
It's Ubby and I think Chris from Illinois, getting first place by a long shot, 16 out of 16. And then we have Masood and Immortal from Delaware in second place, and then a two-way tie for third between Carrot, Braden, and Ekamp and Red. So I'm going to have to figure out the standings for those two. Xanthermal and Wowie missing out by 1 point. They're going to have to play in a later
close.
one. So with that, congrats. And they're going to be playing next week in the championship. We do have 3 more qualifiers left this week, 1 later today in about 2 hours, and 2 tomorrow at the same time, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Pacific. With that being said, we do have the regular weekly arena for the Collegiate Chess League. So I'm going to set that up. But Chuck, it's been a pleasure.
And you're doing that right now? Is that the next, or
Yeah,
between the two
we
arenas?
we have a weekly arena that's every Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific. So
Oh, okay. And are you going to be covering that?
yes,
And okay, yeah, I'm going to raid you then. Send my viewers over.
awesome.
And hopefully, I don't know if you're available to co-commentate the next Bughouse Arena later today.
I
But I should
probably
do
will
that.
be.
Okay, nice. All right. Well, I'm going to jump off the call. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.
Bye.
See you. All right, so yeah, congrats to Illinois. They had 2 teams qualify there. And Shock Masteo gonna get first seed for their part of the bracket, which is nice. Anywho, I am watching the arena now. So let me see. This is Mr. Big Business from Seattle University playing against Josiah from Wake Forest. Both players really close in rating. They're only 20 rating points apart. So, Andrew, of course, from Seattle University. Josiah from Wake Forest. Chuck with the raid. Thank you so much. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate Chuck streaming the CCL Bughouse qualifiers with me. It's a pleasure. Always good to have a Bughouse expert on the call. Really looking forward to the championship bracket next week. So it's going to be 16 teams as determined by the qualifier arenas. All right, so yeah, now we're watching regular chess. Kind of crazy, I know. But yeah, essentially, we've got a multi-club arena here. So players from all different schools are competing. It looks like we've got India in first place right now. Bits, Polani, Hyderabad with 8 points, but it's very early on. We have 55 minutes left. Chuck, thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Georgia Tech in second place with 4 points. I believe Georgia Tech won last week. So we'll see if they're going to be back this week. They do have Penguin Pax in there, who I believe is their club leader, Vedic Panda. All right, so what's going on with this Josiah versus Fletcher game? The Fletcher himself. They're both around 3 minutes. You know, I should Stoic was taken. Thanks for the follow. I'm going to try to do something real quick. This probably isn't going to be great. But... here we go. Here we go. All right, that's better. Much better. Okay. All right. This game, what's going on? Seems fairly even. Is pawn push a fork? I guess there's bishop takes. Pawn push here keeps the knight out. Pawn hits the bishop. Okay, sorry, I'm distracted. Trying to do some work, you know? All right, okay. So we've got dark square bishop and all these rooks just staring at each other. Pretty identical pawn structure. This is essentially as drawn as it gets. Pawn push here. Rook f7 forces king takes. Or rook takes, but then there's rook takes. Whoa. Mr. Big Business. What happens here if king takes? So there's still a fork. Wow. So actually this move was a blunder. Or not a blunder, but it loses the pawn. So pawn advantage now for Josiah. King up. Fletcher under a minute. There is increment. Georgia Tech taking the lead. Let's see if Josiah can convert this. Pawns on light squares, which is good. Pawns on dark squares for Seattle, not good. How's this bishop going to get in, though? Maybe this way. King up. King hits the rook. Goes here. King here. Drops the bishop, so the bishop moves. This pawn's undefended now. Pawn here. Trying to take here with check. Very interesting. Rook here forces the rook off. Nice. Trade. Pawn takes. Pawn takes. And now white's going to try to make a pass pawn. King over first. Computer's loving white a lot. Pawn push. Perhaps. What else? Wait, that drops that. Oh my goodness. Josiah missing the blunder from Fletcher. Fletcher at 30 seconds. Now what? Wow, king e7, man. Not a good move. Here, pawn push. So now the bishop probably wants to come here and support the a5 break. No entry points for either side, but this is the one pawn break in the position. Bishop here. Maybe the bishop wanted to go here, but even still, actually, I don't see how you break through. Imagine playing chess in 2023. Get with the times. Uh-oh. Hold on. You can check and take here. So this is good for Josiah. This is almost resignable now, actually. Bishop in. Now the king is entering the equation. This is game over. So big Fletcher gonna go down. Resigns. Yeah. Josiah, big win over Seattle University. So not the start. Ooh, looks like Arctic Nair's in here. You just beat Arco Dipto. So Indiana University is represented. Love to see it. The Hoosiers. Although apparently they're not on the board, so maybe it just hasn't updated yet. Okay. Let's find another game. We got two 1800s. That ended in a draw. We got Sauron versus Supernova. This is a big one. Illinois versus Georgia Tech. When is the Bughouse qualifier? So we just finished the first one. The next one is starting in 2 hours at 1 p.m. Pacific or 4 p.m. Eastern. So thank you for reminding me I need to change my stream title, basically. Are you playing in it? Are you registered? Would you like to join our weekly arena of normal chess? Okay, so let's see. What's going on in this game? So white is up a pawn, but is in check. And could win another pawn, but then you lose the c pawn. You go here. So black's trying to hold this to a draw. There's one check. King could go here to save the pawn. Or you can run away and win this pawn for this pawn. Okay, rook here. So there's no saving this. So probably rook here. Rook here to defend that. There's rook takes with check. King takes. And then white's going to try to promote this. But instead goes king up, rook check. And now actually you can go here. Ooh. Maybe this was better. Because you're still, I mean, you're allowing this check to defend that, but... Okay, the king is cut off. Rook here. There's rook here. There's rook check. King here threatens mate, but there's going to be another check. And we have a draw offer accepted after being declined a few times. So, peaceful result here between two 2100s. Let's find another game. Here we've got Penguin Pax versus Sod. Yeah, Arctic Nair representing CCL, but we'll add his points to the Hoosier team. Okay, so what's going on here? Is this a win? No, pawn push is a stalemate. So let's go McGill University. Let's see. I guess the king just goes here. Hold on. So here, pawn push, here, pawn push. This should be completely winning for white. So good technique there from Saad, not stalemating and getting a queen. So Penguin from Georgia Tech goes down. And that's a big point there for Saad. That's for the Bangladesh team. Georgia Tech is only 1 point ahead of India. All right, let's find another game. We've got GM passed pawn from McGill, 1900, playing against the Ultimate Blunderer. And the Ultimate Blunderer attacking, or actually, no, this is McGill. McGill players attacking the queen and threatening mate. So the queen goes to e4, saving both. Pawn push. And maybe the knight wants to come here and give a queen checkmate. So, okay, computer's saying this is mate in 4. So let's see it. Queen check, probably. Knight check. Knight discovered check, and then queen mate. So there it is. And yeah, McGill player finds it immediately. Nicely played. That's the significance of the pawn on h4. So where does that leave McGill? McGill is in 4th place, tied for 4th with Shippensburg. And they're a little bit behind UMass. UMass is at 15 points. All right, we've got Alex from Indiana playing against William DF. Alex gets the win. So Georgia Tech loses points there. All right. That puts Alex at 3rd place, but he's tied with like a ton of people with 2 out of 2. So undefeated so far. Here we've got 2 players below 1,000. We've got, this is a Canadian matchup, McGill versus Montreal. So huge rivals. Looks like black is completely winning. Hoping for a stalemate is white. Just give checks. Oh, we might see the long ladder mate. Hold on, don't go here. Okay, 1 check, 2 check, 3 check. Oh, queen here. There you go. All right, so Montreal getting a win there against their Canadian rivals, perhaps. Next game, let's see. We've got a 1700 versus 1600 OG Triad from Georgia Tech taking on Mark from McGill. Lots of McGill players. Good to see McGill being represented. Also, shout out to Veishwa from the Twitch chat. Oh, looks like UMass has a lot of players as well, including their national master, Adit Bhatia. So they're going to try to make a splash in the standings. They're in 3rd place. India has passed Georgia Tech by 2 points. Shippensburg in 4th. What's going on in this game? So, looks like Mark is up 2 pawns, which is better than not being up 2 pawns. Queen in, attacking the rook for a little back rank action. But apparently, it's a big blunder. So, Mark had mate in 2, missed it. Stoic, I'm sure they're just joking and they're probably not even in chat anymore. But nah, chess is fun. We got Xanthermal from Santa Fe. So playing the qualifier arena for Bughouse and then the weekly arena back to back. So lots of chess. And Xanthermal, I think, didn't qualify in the Bughouse arena. So they're going to have to play again either later today or tomorrow if they're going to try to make it to the Bughouse Championship bracket, which is next week. All right, so what's going on here? Bishop and knight versus a rook. So that's good for Dr. Opa from Montreal. Ooh, that's a huge fork. The tricky knight taking the rook with check. Another check. King here. Bishop discovery. Yeah, it's brutal, man. King should have gone here to guard against this check with the rook takes, but man, this knight's just hopping around, dancing, checking left and right. Rook check. That's almost mate. King has one square. Goes there. Now the pawn's pushing. Another pawn push. Hoping for a stalemate. Rook here's a stalemate, by the way, people. Imagine. But the king can go here. So we didn't see the stalemate. But there goes this pawn. Rook here's another stalemate. And the rook is hit, so. What a way to go. Don't see it. That's a stalemate. Wow! Wow. Xanthermal gets the stalemate. Let's go. That was huge. Wow. All right, I'm glad I stuck around for that one. Okay, let's check in on our boy Fletcher. He's playing against a fellow ambassador, Cute Cat from UMass. So, and UMass is actually up a point here in this position. Let's see. What's going on here? Not the best start from our boy from Seattle. That Seattle boy. So what on earth's happening? He's got the white pieces. And he's down a pawn. But black has double pawns. White has a better king positioning. Let's see how this game went. We got ourselves a classic Joko piano. You'll love to see it. Lots of trades. And let's see. Rook trade, queen check. Going for the queen trade. There goes the B pawn, then queen trade. So better in game, you know, like knight on dark squares, pawn on dark squares. But this is actually an iffy check because now the pawn's on a light square. So Cute Cat doesn't trade off. Gives up this for what exactly? All right, the knight's getting in. You can take this. I think Andrew's gonna be able to convert this. I think that Aryan from UMass has too little time. What's up, Kirby? How you doing? So okay, this pawn is hit, so the bishop has to stay around, but the king's going for this guy as well. The bishop's defending both of these at the same time. So very, very interesting. Here and now. Time pressure. Is Aryan gonna find it? No, he attacks it the wrong way, and now that's a fork. That wins material. Wait, king here first. But then maybe black tries to make a pass pawn. It's so interesting. Wow, there's c5 on the board, and the computer likes black, but it's hard to play in time pressure. Can Cute Cat take down the GM Mr. Big Business? Oh my goodness, I think he can. Knight in attacking this. Bishop f3. Only move here. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Finds it. Finds it in time pressure. What a move. What a play. Mr. Big Business, man. The guy's playing for time, but there's increment. Pawn push. Bishop takes allows knight takes. The king's trying to get after this guy, but now knight here. No, knight's going after this. It should just be a draw. I don't think you can push because black pushes. So the king has to come back. King takes. Pawn's running. King goes here. No, that's with check now. Aryan, you went to the wrong square, my guy. Oh my goodness. Mr. Big Business getting the queen in. Where are the checks? Just keep checking. It's not so easy, but it's kind of gonna be easy. You know. Just queen check. If king here, go here. Right? But then I guess there's this. Maybe here there's this. Check. This. That's this. Go here. Go to B1. Gotta threaten the promotion. And now, okay. Check. Check. He's triangulating. He's trying to figure this out. How to get in. He's gonna make a repetition. What's the move, man? I don't know what the move is. Queen a3, king here. Forced. Oh, and then check here. Yeah. Well, here there's stalemates. Hold on. King here allowing the pawn to push. Hold on. Can you allow the pawn to promote? Pawn push, king here, promote, and mate. Nice. Oh, I feel so bad for Aryan, dude. He just put the king on b2, allowing h8 queen with check. Aryan had it as a draw, man. He couldn't go to b2. QCat realizing now, it's a heartbreaker. Could have taken down one of the top ambassadors, but was not to be, unfortunately. Super close game. All right, let's see. We've got another 2K plus matchup here. Looks like we got some chemistry username. What is this? C6 to H89CO. I mean, I'm guessing that's some chemistry username. Some Canadian, 2200. Looks like they got the win there. Okay, here we've got Aria versus Dreamcast. So this is University of British Columbia, also in Canada, versus a Purdue player. 1700 versus 1590, and Dreamcast looking good. What's the material count? Up a piece, up a knight. Georgia Tech, 2 points in the lead ahead of BITS. Bangladesh in third, 4 points ahead of UMass. McGill taking that fifth spot, 2 points ahead of Wake Forest. So here's a check. If the king steps up, that's kind of dangerous. Rook check, king here. Rook check, king here. You do win a pawn though. King here and rook check, king here. This king is surviving. Rook check, still king here. Only move. And now what? I don't know. The king is now trying to help the pawn promote. So this king has walked all the way home to safety. Rook here threatening this, which is checkmate, by the way. So yeah, this knight cuts this off. King might just have to go here. But still doesn't look great actually. So, But this does save you for the time being, right? So yeah, there's one king move. Now there's two checks to consider. There's this check, not as much to consider, but I don't know. I think maybe like check king here. If you go here, you're really asking for it. So here, and now I think you give another check, which forces one of these two here. And now, oh, just one on, wait, oh, rook here was mate. Wow, okay. So I guess the king needed to go here. I don't know. It was tricky. But the king walk did not end well for Arya. So Canada goes down to Purdue. We're over halfway through the arena. Here we've got Andrew Tamayo from UMass playing against Penguin from Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech 4 points in the lead. We have 3 players tied for first at 4 out of 4. One of them is from Waterloo. The other is from McGill, so 2 Canadians. And the third one is the OG Triad from Georgia Tech. We got a lot of Canadians in this, huh? Okay, knight here's a little fork action. Missed. I feel like every time I tune into Penguins match, it's not going well. So, okay, that's one check. Can Vedic survive down a knight? Maybe he's going to try to mate with the rook and pawn and the king. That'd be cool. We'll see if it works out. Check, king comes up, surely. Surely. What else? What else? Here, worried about this, I guess. Wow. And then here's here. Oh my goodness. Pawn push. I guess there's rook takes. What on earth? Crazy stuff. Crazy chess. Just wild. Rook here. Trying to trade off. There's rook here. To attack the knight. There's pawn push. And if the king goes here, well, that's good old checkmate. So king here instead. Now attack the knight. Check town. King here. There's another check. Just check this way as well. King here. And then that should win the pawn. Boom, boom. And there you have it. Takes. Check. Here. Check. Here. Check. Here. Check. And now here. And up a pawn and a knight now. So here. Rook up. Check. Check. Fork. Check. Here. Here. There's one check. It's a pin. Oh, there goes the knight. Wow. Andrew playing a little too quickly there in time pressure. And they draw. Lucky draw from Vedic. But adds on to his lead. Wow. Georgia Tech now up by 15 over Bits. Bangladesh and UMass tied at 25 each. McGill and UT Dallas tied for 5th place. And they're only 1 point ahead of Shippensburg, who's 1 point ahead of Montreal, who's 1 point ahead of both Waterloo and Wake Forest. And just like that, Wake Forest has tied McGill and UT Dallas for 5th. So a 3-way tie for 5th. It's close. Now we have a 2-way tie for 1st place for individuals. OG Triad from Georgia Tech and Konecki from Waterloo. So, oh, we've got a classic Nate Dogg matchup here from Shippensburg. 1700 playing against a Bangladesh player, Hassan. Um, we got a couple 2000 plus matchups here. We've got Deadshot 69 versus Alex from Indiana. So this is India versus India NA. That's Indiana from North America. The North American India, basically. What's up, Max? How you doing, dude? Are you gonna join for Michigan State? Perhaps. Perhaps not. We're up to 82 players. I feel like the last like 3 or 4 tournaments we've had over 100 players playing, which is pretty cool. I think there's only like 1 week after this for the summer arenas, which is crazy. Just as a reminder, we give out membership prizes of the top 5 clubs, and the top 10 cumulative clubs are going to win a free CCL t-shirt, which is pretty cool. Actually, I don't think it's 8. I think it's going to be multiple t-shirts. Anyways, Arctic Nair, 4 out of 4, hasn't lost yet. Okay, we've got... I wonder, does someone know? Maybe someone from McGill can translate what this username is. C62H89. So I'm imagining like the parentheses. What is C6 is like some sort of maybe like hexane. H8. What is H? I mean, I don't think it's probably like CO is like cobalt, right? N is nickel. No, N is nitrogen. Sorry, nickel is Ni. N13, O15, P phosphorus. I actually like H8 doesn't make sense. H89 or H89? No, I have no idea. C62H89. Maybe it's a much larger molecule that I'm thinking. The leaderboard for some, yeah, Moshrop. I'm trying to figure it out. Okay, sorry. So Georgia Tech's up to 45. India is at 37. Looks here that McGill beat Bangladesh. So okay, 3-way tie for first again, and Arctic Nair trying to join them with 5 wins. Can't make money from Wake Forest playing against Bits. The India players low on time. You're not that behind. Yeah, you're only 3 points behind India. So Bangladesh versus India, 2 of the most highest point accumulating international teams fighting for second place behind Georgia Tech. So, all right, what's up with this move? Knight F4. Attack the bishop. Attack this bishop. Attack this thing. Knight goes here instead. So attacking this, but not attacking that. Rook here, allowing for bishop takes knight. If bishop takes, queen takes rook. So that's a nice little tactic there, and the India player blundering in time pressure. So, and that's good for Bangladesh, who's trying to chase them. So Wake Forest helping out a little bit. King defends the bishop, but you can just trade down here. You could take that. Ooh, actually, I don't think you could. Because rook takes. Wow, king trusted that, didn't take. You could just go queen check, but okay. Check here. If king here, that's mate in 1. Hello? Ooh, but going for the fork instead. You know, when mate in 1, find something better. That's what I always say. You can take that. Probably pinning it was better, but you know, winning in speed is good, right? Because you get to your next game. So missing mate in 1s, like you're still winning, but you are losing out on time, which you could be using to play more games and get more points. So, okay, let's see. We've got William versus Sparky. Sparky from Buffalo. Good to see him joining in. Both players over 2,000. Sparky looks to be up an exchange, which tends to be pretty good. But white gives a check. That's a fork, but then you get out of that with check. You drop the pawn, so tough stuff. In fact, how do you defend the e-pawn? Both the e-pawn and the a-pawn are hanging. So, tough stuff. You can go here, but doesn't seem great. Queen goes here instead. Maybe they missed this. I don't know. Yeah, there goes the a-pawn. We got Super GM Carter versus one of the Florida Gators. Bad Dobby Fisher. Bits 2 points ahead of Bangladesh, 7 behind Georgia Tech. We've got UMass in 4th at 32. McGill in 5th at 28. 4 points ahead of both UT Dallas and Wake Forest. Looks like we have 23 clubs participating today, at least, which is exciting. We're always in like the mid-20 range. And yeah, next week's going to be the last one, so we're not going to start the weekly arenas until, I guess, the school year. All right, so 16 minutes left in the arena. Carter's down a pawn. I'm going to try to hold a draw. Ooh, Kaneki from Waterloo and OG Triad both lost their first game, which leaves the guy from McGill at the only one perfect 5 out of 5. And Arctic Nair still hasn't finished his game. Let's see who he's playing. He's playing Loyal Beetle 1600 from UT Dallas. So you should be the favorite, but it's not so clear. King steps up to f2. Somewhat interesting. There's rook takes pawn, but probably like rook h1 and bishop d3 is probably pretty good. Probably. Let's see. Bangladesh only 2 behind India. 15 minutes to go. So a quarter of an hour left. We've got Braden from Illinois competing after playing in the Bughouse qualifier arena. So lots of chess for them today. You love to see it. We've got Masharov playing against UT Dallas Calvary, but doesn't look good for our Bangladesh player. Let's see. I mean, rook is here. Pawn's promoting. Unfortunate. Masharov getting checked. Ooh, and that's a discovery. King in. No, another check. Resigns. Masharov moves on. Got Arctic versus Supernova. That's a big one. Wait, so did Arctic win his last game? Or did he draw? Where is Arctic in the standings, man? What the heck? He lost his last game against the 1600. That's rough. That drops him down. He lost his streak. He was 4 out of 4. So that's quite the setback for the Indiana player, unfortunately. But he's got a chance here against Georgia Tech. He looks like he's gambited a pawn. Let's see. What is this pawn gambit? Takes, takes, takes. Yeah. Wait, what was this? Hello? Mouse slip maybe? Huge blunder from Supernova. So it's 2 pawns versus a knight. Supernova's trying to trade off here. Knight into e5. Yeah, that was a little questionable, perhaps. But, you know, Arctic's not going to complain. Arctic will take the free knight. So, in Georgia Tech, they're only 7 ahead of India with 12 minutes to go. Rook up. Pawn hits the bishop. Maybe bishop here. Pawn push. I don't know what's happening. What's happening, people? What's going on? Is knight f3 a thing? Probably not. Bishop block. Got the old bishop f1 move. Kind of awkward, but okay. There's rook here. There's a bishop trade offered. Rook takes. And now rook b1. Also, that's a free pawn. No, that's a free pawn. Okay. Yeah, interesting stuff. Bits, only 4 points now behind Georgia Tech. Bishop here, huge move. Hold on, knight d2. Knight d2, rook here. And probably like queen takes, if I'm being honest with you. Queen takes works because the bishop hangs at the end. There's offering a queen trade. There's rook takes knight. Rook takes knight. Wait. Oh, there's rook d2. Or there's back rank. No, there's not back rank. There's rook d2. Rook d2. And now you're threatening back rank 2 ways. So queen takes bishop. And now flight square. So you're just up in exchange. That's a crazy sequence. That was crazy. I mean, you were up a piece for 2 pawns, but now you're up in exchange, which is better. And these players have barely used any time. They're playing like it's bullet. All right, so it looks like the player from McGill is the only player that's perfect. 5 out of 5. They just won their next game. 6 out of 6. So, and that's going to keep McGill 1 point ahead of UMass, which is very close race for 4th place. There's a mate threat, by the way. Probably pawn push. It's probably good. Probably okay. Let's see. Or actually queen check. No. That don't work. But okay, yeah. Computer likes f3. Also rook d8. Queen check. King h7, only legal move. Queen c2. Check. There's a couple pawn blocks which are forced. f5, now f3. Defending and blocking. Bangladesh and UMass We're tied, but now UMass takes 1 point ahead of them, so they must have gotten a draw somewhere. So that puts Bangladesh in 4th place, 1 point behind the Platinum membership. So, okay, apparently Queen B2 is really good for Alex. Apparently. Goes to C7 instead. B2 was a forced mate. This is okay. But apparently the move here is Queen A1, which is pretty much the only move. It's been found. Now Queen A7, which pins the bish. Queen here instead, which allows the bishop to move and defend. And now the position is kind of hard to break through. So rook attacks the bishop. Yeah, Alex has missed a couple key moves. He missed Queen B2. He missed Queen A7. But still plenty of time left in this game. I mean, it's possible they don't even finish. How many moves would it take for them to go past the arena clock? Ooh, that's a blunder apparently, because of the move Queen to E5, which he finds. Yes, so yeah, mistake from Supernova. In fact, a blunder even. You moved the queen to defend the bishop, but you forgot about the diagonal. So Alex wins that by resignation. Oh, and with that, oh my goodness, India tied it with Georgia Tech for a moment, and Georgia Tech gets 1 point ahead of India. So it's a very tight race for first place. UMass in 3rd, 2 points ahead of Bangladesh in 4th. And Bangladesh is pretty comfortable, about 5 points ahead of McGill, but could still be made up for sure. And McGill is only 4 points ahead of Dallas. So here we have another India versus Georgia Tech matchup. So Alex is getting these Georgia Tech matches. Braden trying to flag his opponent from India. His opponent has mate in 1 there. Wait, oh, no, Braden gets the mate. All right, sorry. All right, nicely done, Braden. Finding the mate there. All right, let's find another game. Okay, chess with KD from India playing against Josiah. You've got Masharov versus Loyal Beetle. We've got Sparky versus Arya. Looks like Sparky's doing pretty well. Only 5 minutes to go in the arena. Oh, here's a big one. William versus Seattle. The Fletcher. Georgia Tech now 3 points ahead of India. And this would be a big game for William. I imagine this game's also not going to finish. But they are in the end game. William is up a pawn. Mr. Big Business, he's in 7th place with 17 points. Oh my goodness, India just passed Georgia Tech by 1 point with 5 minutes to go. It's a race. And yeah, William's going to try to convert this. Let's see, what's the problem with this one? Rook here, bishop here. Well, there was a tactic miss. Probably rook takes or something. Rook takes e7, king takes h7, and then h7, and you can't stop the promotion. Wow. Missed opportunity there from William to close this out. That would have been big points for their team that desperately need it right now. 4.5 minutes to go. Pawns attacking the bishop. I mean, still looking good for white. It's even material. Like, really kind of an even position, but just deeper pawns for white. So pawn hits the bishop with tempo. Bishop moves. Pawn's pushing now. G7. That's going to be game over. So, Mr. Big Business with the black pieces. He's just too slow. He'd just be a little too slow sometimes. King up, white can promote. White be given that little promotion. Rook check to save the bishop. Nice little touch there from William. Now promoting. And probably threatening checkmate. I guess let that one go, but takes the rook. Takes the queen. Yep. Big business. Not resigning just yet, but soon. Surely. Or actually, are they going to just stall it out? Maybe he stalls it. He doesn't have to move. All right, well, he's going to stall it out. That's what you get, William, for not finding the mate in 2. I think queen e7 was the move. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Queen e6. That's mate in 2. So that would have finished the game. So yeah, Georgia Tech not going to get any points here, unfortunately for them. And they're down to bits by 2 points. And there's 2 minutes left. Arctic Nair, after winning the first 4 in a row, hit a roadblock, has now won 4 in a row again, which puts them in first place. The McGill player is still 6 out of 6. Are they going to finish this game in time? Looks like they're winning. They're playing against National Master from UMass, Adit Bhatia. Looks like the McGill player might flag. What is this? They just got a block on G2 or something. So I don't know what the problem is here, folks. He's not moving. So he finally moves. Is Georgia Tech going to pass India? Okay, so rook d1 check was a big threat. Knight block. Queen in, threatening this. Rook takes with check. King steps back, only legal move. Rook here, but now this allows for the old queen e1 check. Right? Oh, bishop takes first. Pawn takes. Queen here, that's a Botez gambit. That was not a good move from the National Master. That might have been a mouse slip. I don't know what that was about. So that was very unfortunate. You had queen e1 check. Luckily for Audit, they can just stall out their clock. Same thing that Fletcher's doing. Less than a minute to go. This game might finish. 20 seconds for both sides, but it looks pretty even. Maybe a slight advantage for black. That would be huge for India to get that. Actually, they're just passing Georgia Tech by a lot now. Bangladesh back in 3rd place over UMass, and McGill in 5th. So I don't think that's going to change in the next 20 seconds. So really tight race. Georgia Tech was leading the whole way until the last 5 minutes. So congrats to India for getting the job done there in the end. Now this game is actually not going to finish. So Sparky the dog passing Arctic Nair in the end. 7.5 out of 9. Same number of points as Arctic Nair, but probably had like a longer streak or something. Must have. Which is kind of interesting. Like a better record for Sparky, but getting those streaks are huge. The McGill player never finished their 7th game. Why is everyone so obsessed with chess.com now? Well, because people are obsessed with chess. Chess at Tulane, huge follow. Is that Carter? That was clutch. I waited time. Well, you got lucky the guy didn't mate you in 2. But all right, so India, 1st place. Georgia Tech, 2nd place. We have Bangladesh in third, and UMass in fourth, and McGill in fifth. So congrats to all those 5 teams. You will be winning an additional membership this week. And I will be updating the leaderboard for the cumulative summer standings. I'm going to take an hour break, and then I'll be back for the next qualifier arena for the Bughouse Championship. What's up, Joe? Good to see you. What's up, Alex? Thank you guys for playing. What's up, A Wonder? Good to see you. A Wonder is going to be hopefully playing in the Bughouse Championship. Looking forward to that. So we'll see. But yeah, that's it for me for now. So I'm going to go eat lunch and I'll be back. So thanks everyone for being here and for watching and for playing. I really appreciate it. Sorry. I will see you all in an hour for the Bughouse qualifier number 2. All right, see you all then.